How do you stick around in college?
To stick around, honestly, in college, it's like you really have to like come in with them, because this is what I did, and it really helped me out. You know, it was something my brother told me, but like it was just like you have to come in with the mindset that like the program that you're going to already has like their go-to guys. You know?
Yeah.
They have their 1 and 2 that like scorers, go-to guys. You know, who have been through it, who've shown that they can do this, you know, and like in reality, a freshman hasn't shown anything yet. You know, unless you're like a 5-star, but like that's, you know, that's
One and
different.
four, yeah.
But like you have to be able to show that you can contribute to winning in different ways than like being that go-to guy.
How were you able to find your niche at San Diego?
I was able to do that by like I think the main thing was like offensive rebounding. You know?
Okay,
like,
yeah.
I was like I think my freshman year I ended with like averaging 7 rebounds a game.
Jesus.
You know, and like half of those were offensive rebounds.
That's even more valuable. Yeah.
So I was just like out there like grabbing offensive rebounds.
You got a lot of points that way too, huh?
Yeah, you get a lot of points getting to the free throw line.
You're already there.
Yeah, you know. And then also I was defending at a high level too, you know.
Oh, okay.
And like a lot of people aren't really good defenders in college, you know. Like,
Okay, yeah.
But if you can show that you're like I feel like defense is something that could separate you from other people, you know, because like coaches 9 times out of 10 will play you over someone else if you're a better defender than them.
Yeah,
you know, because like you're gonna be able to score. Like you're a Division I player, you're gonna be able to score. But like, can you play defense? You know, can you do other things? Can you? Are you gonna dive on loose balls? Are you gonna be in the right place at the right time, defensively, offensively? You know the game. Like all those little things, you know, is what separates people. You know.
Yeah, and that's why I don't blame people that don't like watching college ball to begin with, because it's like I've seen so many people, especially even from Minnesota, that leave their high school. They're averaging literally 24 to 28 every single game. They go to college and they can barely get on the court, and it's like they can't take those same shots, even though they know they can make those shots. But if you take them, if you miss, you'll get it. Just come sit.
You have to make those shots. Like, if you don't, like it's bad, you know. So,
and I know the consequences in college is actually ridiculous.
Because that film session the day after the game, and you see that shot, like it's over for you. Yeah.
And I feel like college coaches hold a grudge a whole lot more than high school.
Probably, yeah.
Because like I get it, they're at work. Like this is their job. This is their job.
You know, their life depends on this. For real, you know?
So I definitely get it. Jeez, what's the scheming difference, high school versus college?
I mean, like, I think every college is different, but like I feel like the main one would be like shrinking the floor is like the main thing. They didn't really teach us that really in high school.
Okay.
About like being gaps, you know, being help side, little things like that, and like also like where you force the ball to. Like, there's been an emphasis to like keep the ball out of the middle. Because like if you're able to get into the middle of the floor, you can see everything. You know, you can throw the lob to the big rolling.
So it's in college where they say stop forcing middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, force everything baseline because that's where the help is. You know.
And I'm assuming since the talent level is so much higher, if they are able to get inside the middle, you're cooked all the way.
You could, because like these 6'9", like they're just throwing it up there. Like
6'9", 42-inch vertical. So you are a little bit okay. That's fair. Because I went on TikTok and I asked which one's more efficient, forcing baseline or forcing the middle, and I feel like it literally all depends on how athletic your big is.
Yeah, it does.
And I feel like that's one of the things that's missing out, especially in the the high school game, because of there's such a discrepancy between the skill level of bigs, especially like when you get to a state like Minnesota where you have like farm boys that are actually, they can seal you off and just put it up every single time. And then you go to another school where their center can't like make a layup. And then you're just that's one of the main things. Okay. What's your favorite parts about the comparison between college and high school? Like, is there things that you like just naturally just enjoy more? Like, if it's the structure, the play style, things of that nature.
I think, honestly, I would say like just the intensity of like rivalry games.
Okay.
Like, I feel like it's more in college because obviously there's more college students, you know. But like,
you play in front of big crowds,
yeah,
don't
big
you?
crowds, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's
yeah,
nice.
You know, and like those, like it brings you energy. You know,
Okay,
like,
yeah,
you get
for
amped
sure.
up for those games specifically. You know, and it's just like high school too. Like I remember like when we played Park Center at home, like, you know, there's always like a bunch of people, all your friends are there, you know.
Yeah,
so
people are going out their way to show up to the game. Yeah, for sure,
Over there early, like during layup, like, you know, like getting you ready for the game. So
Wow. Okay, I feel that. What was your favorite game in high school?
Favorite game?
Yeah, like what memory just sticks out?
I'd probably have to say that that game against Park Center senior year at Park Center.
Okay.
Where I think we were down in that game late.
Okay.
But like we were able to rally back. Josh hit like a 3 to tie the game, and then we went to overtime, and then end up beating them, you know, on their home floor. You know, it was kind of like a get back game from the year before.
For sure,
so
for sure.
Like that was a game we had on our calendars for sure. You know, so yeah.
And then speaking of Josh, were y'all both like trading together? Is that how y'all both had just a crazy jump?
I mean, yeah,
because out of nowhere, Josh just became like an actual Division I talent out of nowhere.
I always knew Josh was a Division I player, you know.
Okay, yeah.
But he's also really smart too, you know. But like I remember that he was the one who got me into game face training.
Okay,
you know?
yeah.
He was able to talk to those guys, and like they were able to hook me up with a discount, you know, to train there. And like we was in there like 4 days a week, you know, training together, you know, and we were also like at Lifetime too, like working out together early mornings, you know, just doing what we can to like, you know, get better, you know. But for sure. Yeah, no, I saw his brother make a crazy leap from freshman to sophomore year. I think he just grew. I think that's what happened to both of them. They just became 6'2" out of nowhere. It's like, you know what? Of course you got a lot better. What is your take on trainers? I mean, like, honestly, you don't really need a trainer.
Okay.
Like, you could, like, a lot of the, you can find like a bunch of like workouts to do, you know, online, or like, you can get like, for example, like me, like I take stuff that I've done in the past, you know, and then like just do it like on my own, you know.
Okay.
That's like ball handling drills, shooting drills, or like finishing drills. You know, I have one that I took from my old Coach Book from San Diego. It's like a shooting drill that we did like early mornings, and it's like where you shoot 10 mid-range shots, and then you take 6 off the dribble mid-range shots each way. Okay, yeah. And then you shoot 10 threes from 7 spots, you know. And like he always encouraged us to like try to beat your score that you had the last time. You know, like misses. You know, you don't want to miss as much. You want to be like consistently like making shots. You know, and like so I say like you don't really need like these trainers you see on like TikTok. You know, like trying to.
That's where I was trying to send it towards, because like I feel like there's so much like hoopla around all these like little different techniques and trying to like help coordination and things of that nature. But I feel like you lose out on so much creativity gets lost when you join a trainer. Because it's like there's only so much a cone can give you in comparison to like an actual individual, or honestly no one in the court. And that's one of the main things.
Because no one really knows your own game. You know, you gotta like when you're in the gym, like you're like perfecting your craft. You know, on like what you do best. You know, and then that's when you like. You learn new things, and then like it translates to the game. Unless if you're going like full speed at it, you know. So,
how do you feel about practice players?
Like practice players that they don't do anything in games?
Yeah. Like, what do you think that stems from? Because I've seen so many of my homies. They be the coldest mugs in practice. LA Fitness, all the open runs, but when they get between them lines and it matters.
I think that just stems to the confidence too, where it's like some people don't know how to handle like crowds or like you know stuff like that.
A motherfucker yelling at you.
Yeah.
Okay,
you know,
yo.
You gotta just like really just like not worry about like all that other stuff. Like one of my coaches here, like he tells me like don't listen to the message, not the way it was said.
Okay, yeah.
Because because at the end of the day, coaches are trying to help you get better, and they're trying to do what's best for you. Like no coach is just trying to like sabotage you, you know?
Yeah.
So like you got to listen to the message and like really try to like hone in on that and try to like be better the next time. Really,
Okay,
you know?
Because I feel like there's so much like the idea of pressure is so difficult to like be able to explain to somebody until like you're literally in it. Where it's like there's only a few more minutes in the game. If you make one more mistake, the game is just over. And trying to like instill that type of urgency into a player, it's very difficult.
No, it is.
Especially when I feel like one of the parts of basketball that's not being taught as much as it used to, the way to visualize and understand the game. Just like basic basketball IQ. Like if this person is playing up this much, you got a back door. You got to set screens on the other side. You can't pass it back and forth on one side. The ball needs to rotate all the way through. And it's like when you miss out on those types of teachings, you realize that's where a whole bunch of points just lie. So, how did you up your scoring?
So for me, Coach Book, like he kind of gave me like a little layout of like, it's basically how to average like 11, 12 points in college, basically.
Okay, yeah.
And for me, it was like, okay, like you get like two layups, that's 4 points. You know, get fouled once or twice. You know, get to the free throw line, make your free throws. That's like 6-7 points from there. You know, hit a 3-pointer. That's 10 points right there. You know, get an offensive rebound, and you know, put back like all those little things. If you do that consistently in a game, then you can always get to that average of like 12, 11 points a game. You know, I feel like that's what kind of helped me. And then like if you're having like a really good night, you hit like 2-3 threes. You know, get a steal, get a layup, get a dunk. You know, hit your free throws. Like that's when you get to like that 15, 20. You know, and then that's when you start seeing your average go up. But like I feel like my average has been like kind of hovering around that 12 to like 10. Point range, you know, my career. You know, so
that's fair.
Yeah.
Are you not too big on isoing?
Not really. I mean, like in the post, like if I have a smaller matchup, like I'm able to ISO that, but like, you probably won't see me like on the
on the perimeter, just
like,
dribbling the ball, just
that's not really like my game at the college level. Like if you see me at LA Fitness, like like I can do that, but like in a college game, like.
But what is stopping you from being able to do that in a college setting?
I feel like it's just like my ball handling. Honestly.
Oh, okay. Like, yeah.
Like I have a bad habit of like standing up when I dribble, you know, and like if you're like these college guards, like they're small, like they can like really
get excited when you do that,
you know, so you have to be like low, you know, when you dribble, you know, so like they don't steal it from you and stuff like that. So
so it's more so the awareness than anything else.
It's the awareness. That's
fair. That's fair. I remember when I was coaching, I tried to like, because I feel like one of the best ways to teach someone that's young, you have to make it as simple as possible to be able to like grasp what to do. And it's like we were saying about mapping out the 12 points. If you were to map out 20 points, you need to get like 2 fast breaks, 2 ISOs, 1 jumper, get like 6 free throws, get fouled 3 times, and then you hit 2 threes, and then that's how you get like higher and higher. And when you start getting to like the 26, 28 points, because that's like a whole. For some reason, I feel like scoring comes in bunches. So it's like being able to score 10 points and being able to score like, let's say 7 points is like actually a ginormous difference.
No, it is.
And like 15 to 18 is like way different than scoring 10, even though that's just like a 4 to 5 point drop off. And then when you start getting to like the real high, the 28s, the 30s, things of that nature, there's so much free throws that you have to hit. Where that if you're missing those, you're like leaving open like 5 extra points.
Yeah.
How do you get yourself in the zone then?
For me, I think it starts like on defense for me. Like,
Okay.
Because like
You be getting hyped, huh?
yeah. If you get a stop, you get a rebound. Like that kind of settles me into the game. From there.
Okay.
Because like I'm typically like a slow starter until like I get like.
You see the ball going in.
See the ball going in, and then that's where like my mind just zones into the game. You know? And like I'm not thinking about nothing else. Whether there's the fans in the stands or if I'm a road game, like that's why I kind of like road games too. Like I just have that mindset of like, oh, like let's send these fans home sad, like
let's ruin their day.
Yeah, like that's what gets me like hyped up for like road games.
We love hating. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.